second.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fetchquest podcast, where we talk about video games and more. Today I am joined by my fellow co-host, Jay.
What's up?
Liam.
Hey there.
Brewer.
Hello.
And Connor.
Hello.
Hey guys, it's been a while.
Yeah, man, it's been quite a bit. I mean, it's been a few months since you've been on an episode, but it's understandable since you have work and whatnot. But how long were you gone for exactly?
I don't know, like 3-4 months-ish. I was getting that bread, you know, with how much you have to spend on games nowadays. It's crazy.
So true.
Yeah, you have to pay so much for just the smallest little things these days, I swear.
The money, the amount of money I've sunk into V-Bucks is crazy.
Shut up, Connor.
Shut up, Connor.
We hate you, Connor.
No one likes you.
Yeah.
But that brings us into today's topic: video game transactions. What are they? Why are they important? Are they scummy? Are they good for gaming? And is it worth buying stuff?
And they can be specific microtransactions.
Yes.
The first transaction happens when you buy the game. After that, any other transactions, unless if it's like an actually good DLC campaign, you better not be making me pay like $5 for a new skin, or better yet, $8 on a chance for a good new skin. Looking at you, Overwatch.
No, man, I'm gonna make you pay $20 for a skin that you'll use for like 5 games and Switch.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, do you guys have any personal stories of microtransactions just being scummy, to say the least?
I could go all the way back to Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh no, EA.
Yes, EA, the nicest company in the world. Their game, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was a direct sequel to the game Star Wars Battlefront, had a system in place where there were loot boxes, and you could get cards from those loot boxes, which would buff the items of your character, and you could either get them for free by playing the game or buying them. So when the game launched, a couple people decided it would be fun to just buy all the items and become stupid good at the game, and no one had fun because everyone that spent money on the game was just better equipped.
You know, this kind of reminds me of some. You know that Pokemon MOBA that's been out for a couple months now?
Pokemon Unite.
Yeah,
Like,
I
for years
remember.
at this point, yeah.
Oh my god!
Well,
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, you could buy the currency to like upgrade your items, and while you're in the low ranks, just be literally unkillable.
I've had a few experiences playing Pokemon Unite where I went up against somebody and they're just unkillable.
They use the unkillable power of a credit card.
Yeah,
I know that happened with Mewtwo recently, but I don't know. That seems to be a trend. I know that might as well get this topic out of the way. The pay to win problem is that like some DLC characters are just naturally built better than most other characters.
Yeah.
I think beyond just DLC characters, though, just like little ways to just improve your character like that through like a bunch of different transactions. Like a well-designed new character is one thing, I think, because that's fine. It adds a new flavor to the game. It's something everyone can kind of have access to with it having like a set price. But like the Battlefront 2 and like the Unite, where just a single person can go in there, pay way too much money, and then be too good at the game. Like Diablo and Immortal,
just spend money.
I remember that shitty mobile game. There was one guy who he couldn't compete in any like ranked matches or something, literally because he is like so good at the game because he paid so much money to like keep rolling for those like stupid gem slots or something that like he couldn't play against anyone because he was so busted.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, that is. I want everyone's opinion on something real quick. So, the guy was talking about DLC characters and how like they're just naturally built better than others, like characters that have been out since like the game was launched or beforehand. So, do you guys think that like companies that make the DLC character, do you think that they should try to make the other characters better to compete with the DLC character, or nerf the DLC character?
I think it should go buff the existing cast instead of.
Okay, here's the problem with that. Yeah, I was about to say it's very nuanced because like if you buff like the characters, then you turn into Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is just a touch of death combo now. The touch of death game now, which sucks, by the way. I hate that. That game is awful competitively.
But you get hit once and you get comboed to death.
Yeah, that's the problem with that game, is that, like, there's such, like, God, you get rewarded for just one neutral interaction. Like, compared to Street Fighter 6, where it's like, that takes many neutral interactions for you to actually win, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think usually I like it when they, like, buff other characters more than, like, taking away tools, but, like, I think Dragon Fighter Z is a good example of, like, taking that a little too far. And by a little, I mean a lot.
It's
Yeah,
me and Guy played it for a little
instead of taking a
bit.
gun away from everyone, now everyone has a gun.
Yeah.
But they're like
Me and Guy
nukes.
played it for a little bit, and we had a lot of fun. Like, we had a really funny moment in that.
I played Dragon Ball Fighters. I have like a logged like 120 hours. It used to be very fun.
It used to be his
Like-
keyword.
Like, here's one thing I want to mention. Like, if we want to talk about, like how to, make, like DLC characters, like, more balanced, let's take Smash, for instance. The best character in the game is a DLC character being Steven, and
Wait,
he needs to be
Steven.
nerfed.
Wait, Steven guy.
So, like, he needs to be nerfed because he goes against, like, game mechanics. You know what I mean? He has stuff that just other characters don't. Meanwhile, take a character like, what's her face? Android 27 Labcoat from Dragon Ball Fighters. She had the mechanics that everyone else had. It's just that she had, like, a move that could debuff you permanently throughout the rest of the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to
Like,
hold
there's
one
just some-
second, guy. Did you call Steve Steven?
Yes,
Why?
because it's funny.
Okay,
He
well,
sounds like
let's
a-
move on from that point. Yeah, I do
Anyone
think
else got
some
any
characters
stories?
that, like, if they're way too over centralizing, you can't just, like, buff the
Yeah.
rest of the cast without making the game, like, hell to play. Those characters should be nerfed. Like, in Steve's case, I also think, like, his biggest thing is, like, he straight up has, like, a glitch that can, like, make him take no knockback, which in Smash is very important to the game. You can be comboing
That's what the
Steve's
entire
ass, and
game is about.
he can just hit you and kill you.
He said,
Well, you
"Fuck
didn't do
you."
anything wrong.
I am inevitable and just smacks you and you could die.
Mario's
That's what
like
Steve said.
doing a ladder combo on him, and he's like, "Oh man, that's really cool. Time to drop an anvil on you."
But
It's
how
just-
about this?
I don't
Take
know.
the handful.
There's always, like, different ways that you can fix brokenness like that, but it's also just like there's a point where it's like the developers should have thought about it. And, like, going back to Battlefront 2, it's like they intentionally made those characters busted as fuck just so you had to pay money so you could win. Like, people do not lie when they say that, like, pay to win is a real thing, because, like, a lot of popular games that, like, have microtransactions, they suffer of that. Pokemon Unite, Battlefront 2 did for a while. What else? What's a good example of it?
Like any of those shitty sports games.
Oh my, yeah, like FIFA.
Madden.
FIFA's a big one.
Hey, you want Ronaldo? Pay up.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the biggest scams because they're literally the exact same game, like just re-released every year. Like I
Better
swear
graphics released, and that's it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like almost the exact same thing with COD, but enough changes with COD where you could potentially justify buying a rushed COD release every year.
Nah, I still
No.
wouldn't justify that. Fuck that shit.
Dude, I
but-
didn't even consider Modern Warfare 3 this year when it came out. I didn't even, it wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even
I don't
think
even
about
play
getting that
COD,
game.
and like I'm just like, no.
For FIFA and 2K
And,
though, there's so many stories that like come up on news outlets because like they intentionally prey on kids. Like that's just a fact because there's so many stories of like kids taking their parents' credit cards because they want Ronaldo, they want Messi, they
Yeah.
want Kobe.
I want Messi. I want Messi.
They want
Messi,
that one
Messi,
player
Messi.
they see on TV all the time. But to get that player, instead of just having them, like, you know, like any normal fucking game would, now you
Yeah.
gotta keep rolling the damn slot machine to try to get it, and kids are dumb. They're gonna keep doing that because they don't understand money, and then spend like $2,000 of their parents' hard-earned money.
Yeah, like it's the same thing behind loot boxes and how it's essentially just gambling for kids. Like that's literally all it is.
There was a big problem with like certain games having loot boxes and like parents saying that like it's a problem for their kids to be gambling at that age.
Wait, guys, no, it's not loot box. It's a surprise mechanic.
I mean, like in Overwatch 1, I'm not gonna talk
Yeah.
about 2.
I
2
hate
can
that
go fuck
4K
itself.
so much.
But so
was awful.
like Overwatch, yeah, in Overwatch 1, like you had the loot boxes, but it wasn't really incredibly hard to earn the loot boxes just through playing the game. Like yeah, you could pay money, you get loot boxes, and essentially gamble for the skins you want. But I never did that because I just had no interest. And
I think I hate about that so
I
much though
enjoyed it
is like
a little bit.
the part where you say like you could, because that's
Yeah.
still just trying to incentivize you to just buy them up more and not waste all your time trying to get them. Because like the reason we're at a state we are right now is because like the developers and like more so the publishers too, like the greedy ones, have been like putting this shit in like very small increments in their games for so long that people have just gotten used to it and
But-
just like completely ignore it now, just accept it as normal.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I can praise Overwatch 1 for though is like through your loot boxes you get coins, like fairly common. Like you get coins and you could save up the amount of coins and get skins you want, and like the skins didn't give you competitive advantages or anything like that. None that I can remember, and it's just
I still
purely
think it'd be better
cosmetic,
if
like
they
Fortnite
just
did.
you didn't pay for like any coins to try to get loot boxes.
Oh yeah.
You just earn them at a faster rate for playing the game, or just unlock
Yeah.
skins a normal way.
And Overwatch 2 essentially just did away with coins. Like they're still in the game, but they're so incredibly hard to get that it's not even.
So I did hear you mention Fortnite in there, Jay, and I think that can transition into a great topic of us talking about battle royale games and the whole like battle pass system.
I think even beyond battle
yeah.
royale, it's just like any live service game now.
Well, that's just that they just
Oh.
battle royales is just the one everyone thinks of when they hear battle pass.
yeah.
Yeah, because Fortnite popularized it so much.
Here's the
They
thing.
did.
Yeah, like battle passes do suck, and I will say that, especially because a good chunk of Fortnite, like if we're talking specifically about Fortnite, I think they might have one of the better ones because at
I
least
just say,
I mean, at
Because,
least in Fortnite's case, it's a free game.
yeah, exactly. It's a free game, and you can get like V-Bucks for free
through the
from
battle pass for the
yeah.
next battle pass. Like
Yeah,
you can,
exactly. And it's like at least like because if you buy the battle pass, you're gonna and you get all the rewards, you're gonna have enough for the next battle pass. Or you can just get like 300 for free, like, and then just over a few seasons, like get enough
Like-
to buy a battle
Like
pass.
personally, I think Fortnite's is one of the better battle passes out there, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of shitty ones out there.
Yeah, like fucking Apex's, dude. Apex has such a trash battle.
I haven't looked at COD's battle pass. They have a battle pass, right?
I forgot they had one. I'm gonna be
I think
for real.
Yeah,
Warzone.
it's like-
Warzone-
it's like
Yeah,
Warzone
COD
has a
does
battle
have a
pass.
battle pass.
Didn't they put
Yes, I haven't
fucking
looked at
Cardi
theirs
B
in
in the game?
forever.
I think
Did they?
so.
Oh hell no!
They're putting all sorts of random shit in there to mimic what Fortnite's doing with having a bunch of crossovers.
And here's the thing:
Uh.
it'll never be good enough because Fortnite has Peter fucking Griffin.
So true.
Okay, but here's the thing about that though. It's that like Fortnite was so successful with its model that other games like wanted to replicate it, and they do it like either really well or horribly.
Yeah, like you can trash on Fortnite all you want, but at least it is a free game, and it does a lot of cool stuff. A lot, like
Yeah,
Like
They
Eminem.
yeah,
Mhm.
Eminem. They put Goku in there, like I don't
Let's-
care if I'm buying into capitalism. I will buy into capitalism to buy Goku.
Well, I'd say at the very least, too, with a lot of those things you're mentioning to buy, they are more so like cosmetics for a free game, because you can still play Fortnite just fine.
Yeah, exactly. And
Without-
like,
you
have
don't
to
need
save
the
for anything.
cosmetics.
It's
You
Yeah.
don't
not
need
like
the cosmetics to be good
uh,
at the game.
it's not like the EA games that are
Yeah,
really
it's not
fucking
like-
basic features out.
yeah,
Yeah.
like wasn't there? I can't remember. It was like it was like some huge guy up at EA, and he was like, "I want people to pay for their bullets in our shooter game."
I
What?
know you were talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it was a big thing. It was like he was like proposing that they would have to pay for like bullets and shit like that.
Oh,
It-
I know.
It was terrible. And it just goes to show that now like microtransactions have just become so normalized that you're
I think
that you're able to basically get away with this stuff if people don't call it out.
Yeah.
Like one example I can think of where people did call it out recently was MK1 or MK12 if you want to be like an actual normal person.
If you want to be a nerd, you can call it Mortal Kombat 12.
Yeah, basically. But like they added a bunch of like Halloween fatalities, and like that stuff. It was cool. Like put a pumpkin on your head or something, and stuff like that. But the catch is that you had to pay 12 IRL dollars to basically get the fatalities, and like to me that just seems like highway robbery. I feel like there should, if you want to pay for them, then at least make them like $2 to $3.
No, I say just add them in the game.
Like that too. But the thing is, they won't do that because companies want money, even if it's already a $70 fucking game. Which, if you want to know about how we feel about $70 games, we actually recently did a video about $70 games, right?
Yep. But yeah, I think to just like the games, I'm not gonna pretend like it was perfect back then because also there weren't reviews online, so you couldn't tell if the game you're getting was good a lot of times. But back in my day, old. But just there weren't so many damn microtransactions. They weren't always trying to rob you of your money. You'd get a complete game. Now it feels like games are releasing at like half capacity. And then just putting the rest out. Usually got to pay for it.
All the time.
It's either they get released and there's a day one patch, or there's a DLC that goes along with it. It's
like there should be no day one patches with a game that I just spent
unless
$60,
it's like
$70 on.
Unless there is like some huge glitch that it gets like discovered immediately, then
but like they shouldn't release it knowing that the game's going to be bad.
There should not be a release where they know like, hey, on day one we're gonna have to patch some stuff.
Like Cyberpunk, for example, like that got pushed out way before it was ready to be released,
or like I can't remember the name.
Well, I think 42.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a big one.
That's a huge
42.
one.
42. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Because I couldn't remember if it was COD, even though COD is rushed to hell. But yeah, and like it's the same thing with Pokemon. Like Pokemon's also really bad about that stuff now. Like where
they've always been bad about it.
Yeah, but like now it's even worse because now they're rushing out games that look like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then they're making you buy. They don't make you, but then they're like, hey, come buy DLCs that don't really do anything except add a few Pokemon back that we probably could have already put in the game if we utilized the engine well.
Here's the thing. I remember going back to that like day one patch thing. I remember that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl had to release with a day one patch because they didn't have all the content in the game day one.
How they do? How they what?
Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, they had to have a day one patch because they literally the post game wasn't a part of the base game, so they had to do it day one.
And that is why Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are bad games, and why you should never play them. That's
not the primary reason. There's a lot of
reasons. It's not the primary. Yes, it is not the primary. There are a lot of reasons why that's a bad game, but it is a pretty good reason why they are
I think
bad
something I'm gonna say that I also said in like the pricing episode is stop buying and pre-ordering the damn games, like especially the real shit ones.
Pre-orders is such a bad idea anymore.
I learned the hard way on not to pre-order games, and it wasn't until I'm pretty sure it was when I'm pretty sure it was when our relationship was actually like, growing stronger, guy. When you were still at
I am not gay.
I'm not.
Connor, I'm just gonna say you worded that a little weirdly.
Yeah, you worded that really badly. I'm just saying.
I thought you were going a different direction. Then you brought Guy's name into it. I was like, I'm pretty sure Guy has a girlfriend.
I'll just go fuck myself then.
I love Connor, I promise.
Connor, we accept you. It's just that I don't think Guy swings that way.
It's when we were becoming closer friends when we were back in high school.
I know.
Okay? It's worded perfectly. There you go. There's no weird thing about it. All right? Happy?
There you go. The language is languaging.
English is English.
We love you, Connor.
Sure. But it was when we were both still at high school, and it was right. God, it was right when Brilliant Diamond and them were coming out, and I was a stupid high school student, pre-ordered Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, or just I think it was just Brilliant Diamond, but I did pre-order those, and I was like,
Hey, my ass pre-ordered them too, so don't feel bad, because I was like, Gen 4 remakes, I'm so excited.
yeah, we both did. I can't remember. I don't think I pre-ordered Legends Arceus because I remember you telling me like, after Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I'm gonna wait to pre-order Legends Arceus, and I was like, you know what, I'll do that too.
You know, in my opinion, Legends Arceus is a really good game.
No, me too. I really love.
No, that was actually like a good game, which is crazy.
It was a really good game. It's still a little rough around the edges, though.
I mean, yeah, but
time in
it's,
the oven.
it's still really
They
fun.
experimented. They did a good job with it. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a
Yeah,
lot.
but what was I about to say? I was like, you don't have to pay for like everything, or at least the base game of those games, but like they started like doing a DLC model for Pokemon, which I'm gonna be for real. The DLC content is the best part about the game, and that's a problem.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, again, they basically had a
DLC
DLC model but back in the day, too, because, like, Pearl and Diamond, go play Platinum. Ruby and Sapphire, go play Emerald.
Like
Here's-
DLC should never be the
here's-
best
here's-
part of the game.
Here's the problem, though.
Okay.
Here's how I view like DLCs, okay? If a DLC is being worth made, then it needs to expand upon the base game's mechanics. It shouldn't like increase the quality of the game by like a substantial degree. Like, what's a good example?
I
Smash
think-
Bros. DLC. Smash Bros.
Dark
DLC.
Souls.
Dark Souls, yes,
Dark
that's an incredible example. It's not required, and it doesn't add
I know
anything from the game that the game is missing. But it uses the mechanics of the game really well to create new areas that, you know, was outside of the base development, which I think is
talked about how it was a bad game on launch, but the Cyberpunk 2077 DLC is also a good example.
That is a good
Well,
example.
Cyberpunk in
like,
general is just really good game now because
Yes,
completely
it's
just
a
redid
good game now. Okay, let's not talk about it. I talk about it like every podcast episode.
Liam, try not to talk about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk Impossible.
I think with the DLC, like a good DLC, there's a couple things I require of it. First thing, don't you dare release it on day one alongside the game. I will break your kneecaps if you do that. Second thing
Hey guys,
is
look, a DLC.
price.
Sad.
It shouldn't be too expensive, or it shouldn't even like try to get close to the price of the game. Because at that point, is like, why is this content, extra content, like more than the actual game itself, even when it's not on sale?
Speaking of that,
Oh wait, I'm still cooking, Connor.
because I was gonna bring up.
Don't worry, we'll bring it up later because I wanna roast that too.
Okay.
Put it on a pitchfork.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
But then third thing is also like, it needs to expand upon the game, not be something that could have easily been added in a free update. Be worth my time, and just like go further into the game's mechanics to be like a worthwhile experience. Like Splatoon 3's Octo expansion, or not Splatoon 2's Octo expansion. Splatoon 3's DLC hasn't come out yet, but
As of
Splatoon's
recording.
2 Octo expansion was a good example of that. It was like, I think, $20, so not too expensive. It added a whole new campaign that added in a lot of good lore to the series, but also like had very interesting new levels compared to like what you got with the base campaign. And was just a really good experience overall. And it wasn't something that could have just been added in like a simple free update. And it wasn't released the same day with the game, because the game already had a full campaign. This was another campaign for those who were wanting more.
Yeah. So to go back to the point of where, like, content that is being added to the game somehow costs more than the base game. I think we have to bring up.
Oh
Street
god,
Fighter
yeah,
6.
let's talk about it. I know exactly what you're about to talk about.
There's two situations. There's two situations. There, the first one is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab, which isn't, which while still egregious that you, in order to get all 4 costumes, you have to pay like $60 because each of them costs like $15.
What?
Yeah, each turtle was like $15, so you had to pay $60. Basically.
All right, guys, let's play a game. What's more worthwhile?
Wait, what game is this? What game is this?
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, it was Street Fighter 6. The Ninja
Okay, I was
Turtles
gonna say,
collab
you guys
was
specify.
awful.
I did specify.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was really bad, but I don't think it was super bad because it was for the creative character, so like not a bunch of people would really sort of use that.
Nah, fuck that. It's still bad.
I mean, no, I'm saying that. I am saying it's still bad. I'm just saying could have been worse. And speaking of could have been worse, the recent costume 3s that were announced.
These were okay, so for reference, Street Fighter 3 is 3. Street Fighter 6 just released their first set of DLC costumes for the base game characters. So like if you want a like new costume that your character can wear, oh, good job. Well, there you go. We have more options now and more customization, and a lot of them are really cool. And Capcom did an entire trailer for all of them and everything. And we were expecting these to be paid DLC, which you know what? That's fair. I don't mind it too much.
Man, that still could have been added in an update.
I mean, okay, for the amount of like work that they put into it, though, I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that they actually release them for as well made as they are, because there are a lot of fighting games that just don't release like this type of content for their fighters. But so okay, cool. My main might be getting
outfits?
a really cool outfits. Yeah, sorry.
Or just like new skins in general.
Yeah, my main might be getting a new skin. This is awesome, dude. Holy shit. I'm so excited to see what this is. Okay, well, they've come out, and they look really cool. I'm gonna buy it. Oh, there's a problem. They each cost $6 for a cosmetic.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
it gets worse from here. It gets worse.
so can I take the?
I got it. Hold up. Please let me cook on this one.
Okay, I'll let you cook.
So, okay, $6 is little on the steep side for a cosmetic, but okay, let's see what comes next. Oh, wait, they cost 300 fighter coins, which I cannot buy 300 fighting coins in a pack. I have to buy 250 or 610. Wait a minute. But I just want one costume.
How much did like the individual pack, like, you know, because you said like 300 fighter coins or what, 610? How much do those cost?
Those I think are around $5. Liam, correct me if I'm wrong.
They are $5 for a pack of 250.
So you'd have to spend like what, $10 to be able to have enough for like 2 skins,
Basically.
and then how much is the 610?
It's around $12.
Oh,
So, what's predatory about this, very predatory, is that the pack only comes with 250 coins, which, by the way, each outfit costs 300.
So it's 50 coins off already.
50 coins off, but if you want to get the pack that will give you enough coins to get it, you have to buy the one that will give you 2 outfits and cost more. So, you might not even wanted a second outfit, but if you want to make one purchase, you have to buy enough for 2.
I also,
That's
by the way,
crazy.
I bought this, but I already had coins left over, so I was lucky enough to not have to spend fucking $12. But
Quick question, Liam. What else can you spend the coins on to Street Fighter 6?
I think you could buy characters with the coins. You can buy a different outfit, but those ones are only 50. You can buy like a bunch of cosmetic items for the battle hub.
is there any way to get these like coins?
No.
Okay.
It's only purchase.
Yeah, I figured
Wow.
as much.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
And to just say this here, there are, correct me if I'm wrong, 18 characters without
18 non-DLC
Yeah.
characters, and the
So
outfits are for the non-DLC.
yeah, so in order to, there's a big pack that you can buy for $50, but those only give you enough coins for 9 characters. So in order to buy every skin that every
You're
third
spending
alt,
around
you're spending like
$130
$100 on a $60 game.
You know the
So
worst thing about that is people will
Hmm.
still fucking do it because that's why they keep doing this shit.
here's
People keep
yeah,
buying into it.
the thing is, if you're a content creator, that's fine. Like that's kind of their job to be, to do that stuff. And so if you have the money for that and you're making content, then that's fine. But for the average Joe, like they're not going to be spending. They don't want to spend like $100 on a $60 game when they could use that money to buy something else like Mortal Kombat or Spider-Man
Wait, but
2.
why would you
Food.
spend money on that though?
Pay
Why would
rent.
you
Just
spend money
throwing
on
out
that?
an example. I was just throwing out an example.
Well, I think more
Work
so is
example.
Feed their
also
children.
no, we don't like
Feed
feeding
the
our children. That's why I don't.
Mama,
feed
I'm
them.
hungry. I'm playing Mortal Kombat.
I bought Omni-Man. It's more important.
When you get paid
Yeah.
bi-weekly, week 1, Mortal Kombat 1, week 2, Ice Suit.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing too is like beyond like just if you can pay the price, like give us something that's actually worth the money because that's why I was like bringing up with my DLC point before. In order for me to view something as a good DLC, it also needs to be worth the money. So like $100 worth of like DLC outfits, you're telling me that the game that was already $60 had a full campaign, online mode, characters that are all very unique to play, yada yada. A couple costumes cost more than that. Hell no. Like, just get that shit
the
out
DLC
of my
should never
game.
cost more than the game. Never.
Yeah, because it's one thing for like brand new characters, which can still be a little scummy depending on release times, in my opinion. But like just a couple of outfits. Again, this is stuff we'd be seeing as like free updates in the past, but companies know they keep getting away with it because people keep buying it.
Fucking idiot.
Like Monster Hunter games, they used to have these cool ass collaborations in like 4 Ultimate that were literally free. They kept releasing them each month, and it would be stuff with like Dante. You'd have Metroid outfits, like Zelda outfits and stuff from all different series, and it was literally just free.
Monster Hunter World sorta had free things, but Rise had like almost nothing.
Rise has been really crappy, especially because as of recent, like the Sonic collaboration, that like quest is actually going away due to like licensing stuff. So
Really?
if you don't get it
I
now,
have the armor.
it'll be
I have
gone
it.
forever.
I already have it. Or at least the layered armor, I think. I forget.
Luckily,
You know what's
yeah.
funny?
That's
about
beside
the-
the point.
You know what's funny about that is that like Monster Hunter is really good about giving free content, like at least quest and whatnot. Like a lot. Don't get me wrong, they have their own microtransactions with like cosmetics and whatnot, but like when it's a collaboration, it's usually for free, which is really nice. But Capcom are the ones who actually made the Street Fighter 6. So it's making me question like, what the fuck is going on, Capcom? Like, well, why are you doing this? You know what I
Capcom-
mean?
As cool as they can be for the games they release, they can have some really scummy practices like Monster Hunter. If you want to edit what your character looks like on just your normal save,
You need a character voucher.
yeah, which they give you the first one free because they're oh so generous. But if you want to edit them more after that to like make them look like a certain character to cosplay as or something, or to match the let's say event armor they put out, you have to pay real money for that.
Yeah,
For a basic feature.
yeah, it's really stupid, and I don't even play Monster Hunter.
Monster. Okay,
And-
here's the problem though: is that like Monster Hunter is so good that like you don't need to make these purchases though, and that's the thing because Capcom like they're some of my favorite developers out there. I'm not even gonna fucking lie, but holy shit, they have a really bad microtransaction problem. Fucking Resident Evil 2 remake, legit had microtransactions where you could buy all of the weapons that you unlock from completing all the difficulties on S+ rating.
Okay, that's
So, like-
stupid. That is no.
Like a completion award.
Yeah, well, I
You
hate
could
two
buy
companies
into
that put microtransactions and justify them as, oh, if you're having a hard time or can't beat the game, then these will let you unlock them. Like, no, just put like an easy mode in, or just have the people get good, make them actually earn the reward. Stop saying just, oh, you can pay extra money for this. Get that out of here.
Like I was just talking about with Resident Evil, is like you get those rewards for doing something incredible in the game, like a completion, but you can just buy into it and get it for nothing except your wallet. That's stupid.
Yeah,
That
like
takes
what's the
away
point?
Yeah, that takes away the I don't know, the feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, I completely agree, and it's just really dumb. But I don't know. That's just my fair sense about Capcom. I know, like, don't get me wrong. I love Capcom a lot. Like, they are some of my favorite developers. Fuck, me and Jay met because of one of their games, being Monster Hunter World. But I am not gonna defend them on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Monster Hunter series, like they have some really scummy practices, like you're talking about with like the character voucher, but it's not necessary. But some people do like to do stuff like cosplay, like you were talking about. But for the most part, like at least in Monster Hunter World, like you do get the quest for free. You don't have to buy in for like these event quests to do it. And like you even get free emotes out of it, like with Resident Evil. Like Monster Hunter had a Resident Evil collab, and you have like an emote where you turn into a zombie and you just walk around. You would get that for free just by completing the quest. But like there's really cool things like that. But then there's the character vouchers, like you were just talking about.
Also,
then there's
like,
Street Fighter, and all that's the same developer.
For Monster Hunter Rise, like compared to in the past where there was like loads and loads of event quests you could do from like different series and stuff, they aren't really going out of their way to like make different collaborations other than IPs they already own. Plus, a lot of the really cool event armor and weapons that they are like releasing, they're stuck behind the shitty microtransactions. Like the stuffed armor layered weapons that looked really cool and I wanted, they were stuck behind like shitty microtransactions. You had to like pay like I think $5 for one of them, $3.
Yeah. Like I would
That's-
put my
that's
Switch
fucking
in
crazy.
before I even started playing Monster Hunter. It would like advertise these new layered armors and stuff you'd have to buy. And, well, you don't
Which
have
is
to,
dumb.
but like you could get. It's like,
Yeah.
why can't I just do a quest and earn it?
You're
Because
so
greed.
right.
That's the biggest thing. It always comes back to
Like
greed.
I respect the game that you can go and earn something, but not like it's not gonna be pay to win or anything. But like if you want to pay money to fast track that, then more power to you. But like if I can play the game, have fun with the game, and not put an overwhelming amount of time in to get that currency, to get this thing I want, then like I'm gonna do that. But I don't like if some people want to fast track that process and spend money, then cool. But as long as it's not pay to win and stuff like that, if you get what I mean.
Nah, I still don't say cool to that. Again, if you want to give players an easier time to get through something, give them an easy mode or something, or just those players need to get good, or the game needs to be better designed to where you don't have to like be in that grind fest. Because I think like Assassin's Creed Odyssey had that problem to where like level ups could be really annoying, so like progressing through the game could take forever. So they tried to help you, I put that in quotation marks, by being like, hey, you could buy these things to make the game easier that we artificially made hard, not just balance the game normally.
It is, yeah, that is an issue. And something I'm just thinking about in terms of like gameplay design and like the correlation between gameplay design and microtransactions. If you think about some of the like best games that have come out in recent memory, how many of them have like had microtransactions? Like, think about this. Baldur's Gate 3, no transactions so far, maybe a DLC in the future. Elden Ring, no DLC right now, no microtransactions for anything. God of War Ragnarok, there's no transactions with any of that.
Mario Wonder.
What else?
Tears
Mario
of Kingdom.
Wonder, yes, no transactions there. Tears of the Kingdom. Alan Wake 2 as far as I know. You see what I mean? Like, I'm seeing like a correlation between like games that have no microtransactions or like additional purchases are like extremely good. You know what I mean?
As far
It's
as
because
I
of
know,
the
Hi-Fi Rush
because
is-
the developers like they put all this effort into making this base game like this amazing experience and isn't like awesome to the players and make them want to come back. So they add DLC. Like Elden Ring has no transactions, but they're currently working on a DLC, and everyone has really high hopes for the DLC and knows it's going to be good because one, FromSoft's just fucking awesome, and two, that it's like they I don't know. It's just,
Well, I think
It's
Elden
having
Ring
disappointment,
is a
yeah.
complete game. It's been out
Yeah.
for a while, so this isn't like them holding back content that could have just already been in the game. It's a complete game that you can play for like stupid long amounts of time. But
Yeah.
now they're just going to be adding more cool content to the game. That type of DLC is fine. They're doing good
Which
with
FromSoft
that.
is really good about that.
Yeah,
Like,
but if they had like,
give you a complete
let's
game.
say, taken away like 2 endgame bosses, that would have been a lot of fun to fight. Like, give me 2 examples.
Millennia and Moog. Those are optional bosses.
Yeah, imagine you ran up to Melania, but then before the fight, and this is on like day 1, she's like, "Oh, to fight me, you must go through the biggest hurdle. Put your credit card information in, bitch."
You know, that actually reminds me of something I saw a few days ago on I think it was Twitter. Someone was playing a Ubisoft game, and they got an ad. Yeah, just an ad.
That was a
popped
glitch.
up.
That was a glitch. That,
I know,
that,
they
that
said,
got
I
me
know they
confirmed.
said it was a glitch. It just reminded me of it.
Even if it is a glitch, stop putting ads like that in games. Like, I know, like,
Yeah,
I
I
think a
would've
lot of UFC
cried.
games, like, in between fights will, like, put pop-up ads like YouTube does. I'm like, get that out of here.
Yeah. So, like, to go sort of back to like DLC sort of things, I want to talk about one of the worst DLCs in any video game ever, but I want you guys to guess which one I'm going to bring up first.
Don't bring it up. Oh no.
What do you think I'm gonna bring up?
Oh no.
Horse Armor Oblivion.
Ding, ding, ding. Brewer's right.
Oh, I actually did not expect this. Okay.
Well, I remember that's the one that like got a lot of controversy back in the day. That was like one of the tipping points where people were like, "This is stupid."
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Oblivion, it's a game. It's a single player game, and for a DLC, they were going to add a golden horse armor to it. Now, and it was only $200. It was not $200. It was only $250. So it was $2.50, which might not sound a whole lot, but
It's for each piece of armor.
no, it was for a single player game where nobody else was gonna see the horse armor.
Well,
So
I think even if it was multiplayer and people saw it, like, again, that's something that could have just been added in a free update.
exactly.
Go do this
So
quest. Get some gold
not-
horse armor.
Not only is it, yeah, exactly. It could have just been added into the game, but it's a paid DLC for something that only you will ever see.
And it was
Yeah.
$250.
No, it was $2.50.
Oh.
I
Connor
just
just
say
wasn't
that wrong.
leveraging right again.
I just misspoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
that-
another company I want to like put on the stake and burn is Atlas, because as much as I love their games, like the SMT series and then like the Persona series as well, and a little bit of Soul Hackers and some of their other stuff, their DLC has gotten so egregious over the years.
It has. It really has. I hate saying this because they made my favorite game, but even that, my favorite game has a fucking DLC problem.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, our favorite game has like re-released, and that DLC is now just in there. Or
But there's
they
still
had
more
it,
DLC
almost-
that they added on.
yeah, they had
Actually, isn't it
free.
almost pay to win?
No, it's not. Well,
Pretty much?
actually, yeah, it kind of can
yes,
be pay to
yes,
win.
it is. Yes, it
And
kind of
say-
is.
It has literally all
Like
the worst
they have
things I
personas
listed.
in there. Like they have personas in there that you can buy that would just make the game stupid. Like there's one that has a really weird name that guy talked to me about.
Izanagi no
Izanagi
Okami.
no Okami Picaro!
Yep.
So
They just
stupid.
bulldoze the game.
Yeah, well,
I'm not
Persona's
even kidding, you can
DLC
one-shot most... You first.
and also like SMTs in general, like it has all the problems I've listed for, First thing, it released day 1. It should have just been in the game to start with. Second thing, I think they're for just like things that could have easily just been added in an update, or like shitty reskins too. Like, oh hey, look at this DLC Persona. It's red instead of blue.
And
Amazing.
Persona 5's a single player game. Like, if you're gonna add a Persona in that's that strong, make it like a completion reward or something. Like, make you do something really cool.
That's actually a really good idea.
Which, you know, that would have actually worked well for some of the content they added in Royal, because in Persona 5, one of the things they added in the Royal Edition was like the special battle mode in a Velvet Room, where you could go through some specific battles that had different clear conditions that could be very challenging. And some really cool battles they had were like going up against the previous Persona protagonist, at least in 3 and 4. And I was like, man, that would be really cool to fight them. But then I was like, oh, they cost like $10 to fight. Like,
Oh yeah, those
$10
DLC
to fight.
those are DLC battles. Like, you cannot fight them unless you pay money for it.
Like, you're telling
Yeah,
me like
that literally
couldn't be added in the
like,
game.
you wanna fight me? Give me your credit card information.
Literally.
Literally.
It reminds me of those. Oh man, this is probably really niche, but there was a bunch of these like these not ads, but like scams, where it was this guy. It was this like old white dude in front of like a screen. My favorite one is the fucking Fortnite one. Hold on, let me pull it up. You guys keep
The
talking
Fortnite
about it.
one.
Hold on.
Well, while you're trying to pull that up, I still want to like burn Atlas's feet a little more, because they definitely deserve it. Like Jay was saying, it would have been cool to unlock those. Like, imagine you fight Yu Narukami, and then you unlock his persona for that. That would have actually been really cool.
That'd have
And
been
not
sick as
busted
fuck.
because I couldn't just get it at the start of the game and just
But
kill
if I-
every
if I
boss in
wanted
like
to,
one shot.
I could go in there, spend how much is he? How much?
I
could
think it's
buy him for?
$10 for all the different battles.
I could go spend $10 and just bulldoze Persona 5.
Okay, I found it. It's a video of this guy, and he's standing in front of like a Tilted Towers PNG, and he goes, "Attention, calling all epic Fortnite gamers. It's time to rise and grind. John Wick is in grave danger.
Oh, it's that
Our
one.
friend is trapped in dusty divots, surrounded by fake.
Wait, are you talking about
weaponry
I forget his name.
It's that
He's
old
a,
white
he's actually
dude.
a really nice.
who can help?
No, he's a really nice guy in real life, and I
Yeah.
know that entire meme that he does about like with different video games and properties. He does it with
Yeah.
his ton.
It's like commission, basically.
Yeah,
Just
it's
say
really
what
funny,
he
though.
needs is your credit card number, the 3 numbers on the back, as well as the expiration month and date. I know it's not actually like a microtransaction thing, but it just reminded me of it, and it's so funny. I love
It would be kind of funny if Yu Narukami just said that before the fight, or Melania did that. Hey, you want to fight me? Well, all you need to do is put your credit card number in, the expiration date, and the 3 numbers on the back.
No, who brought up the ad thing, like the
Me.
Ubisoft glitch ad? So it would have been really funny if like you walk into Melania's boss fight and all you hear is "I am Melania," then just fucking like some Chick-fil-A commercial like ad starts playing or some shit.
You know what I love with my Chick-fil-A nuggets is some Chick-fil-A sauce.
I am Melania. You want your nuggets extra crispy?
The only thing that can save you from the scarlet rot is the sweet, sweet taste of a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah.
Are you losing in neutral? Well, all you need to fix that is a few McDonald's to-go meals. If you get one Happy Meal right now, you'll win this matchup.
Just getting fucking zero to death in Smash Bros. And a McDonald's ad plays.
Are you getting free-stocked?
Are you getting McFucked right now? Oh, God, for a low
Get a
price of
McFlurry.
That's really
Just-
funny, actually. Holy
Just
shit!
for you, our ice cream machine will work this one time if you get a McFlurry right now.
But
Yeah,
to get the
I'm gonna
ice cream machine
put some
working,
ice
you
on
need a
it.
small payment of $5.99.
Microtransactions in an ad. Fuck that.
It's like one
And
of
then you
those.
still gotta
really-
pay for the ice cream.
It's like one of
Yeah.
those really sad like commercials, and it's like for one small donation of $5.99, you can help a noob at Smash not get 3 stocked in Elite Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but oh god, this
I hate that with the parodies we're
microtransactions.
saying. The problem is a lot of them are like kind of true, or like we've said before in episodes, some of them are actually just real.
Yeah, they're not. It's not far fetched. Like it's happened. Some of it wouldn't surprise me if it happened. Like microtransaction is a really big issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I kind of want to talk about this. I know we've been talking about like different forms of microtransactions and like different video games and like how they can come in different forms. What do we think? Like, are they actually good for gaming? Because like, it's a nuanced thing. Like, obviously it's bad for us because paying for more content, but like, there's some content, mostly referring to like massive DLC expansions, that are actually really good. You know what I mean? So I want to talk about this.
I think
So-
it's kind of an argument for like another episode as well, because this also comes down to like a cyberpunk situation where like what state should games be releasing in versus the way they were releasing back in the day. Because a lot of this will just come down to like online updates being available like at all. Because like for fighting games, when you wanted your fighting game DLC, I guess, like Street Fighter 2, you couldn't just send a little simple update to the arcade machine. They had to like haul in whole new arcade machines and boards to add in some new fighters, which is why there's like 16 different versions of Street Fighter 2.
I mean, in my personal opinion, I think there is cases where microtransactions was done correctly and not like overdone or where it was pay to win or anything like that. But like microtransactions has in a lot of cases been a really bad thing for video games. But there's some cases where it has been pretty much harmless.
Yeah. My take on it is that it's all up to like what you deem as worth. For example, like for me, I spent $20 on Fortnite to buy Goku. I think that was a very worthy decision because it's Goku.
I still think it was a little overpriced, but they knew people would buy it though.
Well, I didn't have to pay like I paid $20 so I'd have enough like V-Bucks and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these free games are like becoming more expensive than like actual games too, like gacha games.
Yeah. But again, like it's all up to what you see as worthy. Like, for example, if like when Eminem came to the shop, I was like, I mean, it's cool, but like I'm not really gonna spend money to buy that stuff. Like it's all up to what you find.
You literally bought the Slim Shady emote.
Because I had enough V-Bucks. Because I had enough V-Bucks. All right, I had enough.
Because I had enough V-Bucks. It was a missing butt. It was a missing butt.
I was to spend more money.
Not alright to say it. You may be part of the problem because
You shut the hell up.
If you would let me finish what I was saying, then
you paid $20 for a spiky-haired dude that yells a lot.
Hey, I technically got 4 skins out of that because you can transfer.
Oh man, 4 whole skins.
You got 4 skin out of that?
All right, everyone. This is going to be the last time I'm on Fetchquest because my friends hate me. And so this will be my last recorded episode. Fuck yourselves.
We just eliminated Connor. We 3-stopped
I
him.
love you, Connor.
Victory.
If you want to see
Royale,
how we did
baby.
it, pay $5.99.
If you want to rejoin Fetchquest, you have to pay $10.99.
Okay.
$10.99, Connor. Will you pay it?
No, fuck you.
We take PayPal as well.
Okay, so to go back to what I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. It's all up to worth. Like for example, like the Mortal Kombat DLC or like Street Fighter DLC or any fighting game DLC. Like those are just like sometimes not worth it unless what you think of the character is good. And I could go on to a whole like different conversation on how you should be able to play as DLC characters and like training modes and stuff like that. But again, it comes down to worth. Like the Street Fighter DLC, when I get Street Fighter, I'm not gonna pay for that because no character in that looks fun to me. They don't look worth it. But and like with Mortal Kombat, like you got Omni-Man and Homelander, but again, that stuff's not worth it.
I think fighting games. Quick thing, you can finish after. I think fighting games should like let you play through a single player campaign or just like training mode with the DLC characters.
Yeah.
So you can get a feel for them before actually having to buy them.
Exactly, like that. It's such a small thing, but like it's the same thing with like what Smash Ultimate was doing. Like I think Smash is better because those are a lot cooler characters, like freaking Minecraft Steve and stuff like that. I think it's worth it. But then you've also got stuff like Min Min, and so it's like it's a situation of whether or not you think what you are doing is worth it.
For Street Fighter, I will say this: they have a system where you can earn these. Forget what they're called, but they basically allow you to play any character you have not unlocked for an hour on any mode, and you just have to play the game
the
to earn
rented
them.
tickets, yeah.
Yeah, the rent tickets. So that's actually a good mechanic.
Okay, that's cool. Again, I
And
feel
they're
like some of the
very-
stuff
and
with
they're
fighting
very
games.
easy to get to. They're not difficult.
I still think fighting games, like their whole model, is a whole nother topic for another day because like
Yeah.
it's a wild rabbit hole.
I'm honestly okay with fighting game DLC because, like, hell, Smash wasn't even planned to have like as much DLC as it did. It just did really well, so they added from there,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with. And plus, like, it is like the factor of like you got to know what you're getting because Smash DLC has so much content in it. You have an entire stage, an entire character, music, spirits. There's more I'm sure I'm not mentioning, but like there's a lot that comes with like the DLC of that game. So it's a lot of like you need to know what you're getting into, if that makes sense.
That's why I say it's one of the better DLCs of a fighting game because you're getting so much from one character. You're getting a full-blown character with music, a stage, and stuff like that. And so I think it goes back to worth because, like, for me, I'm never going to go in Overwatch. Well, I'm not going to go to play Overwatch, period. But if I were to play Overwatch, I would not spend money on loot boxes. Like, I'm not going to do that for cosmetics because it's just gambling. I'm never really going to play a gacha game because, again, in order to do well in those games, you basically got to spend a shit ton of money.
Well, I think the biggest thing I just need to say is please just vote with your wallets. Like, if we ever want the situation to get better, which I very much doubt it will, because people are still just going to keep buying this shit regardless of what anyone says. But if you do want it to get better, just stop buying these crappy things. Don't buy FIFA coins. Don't buy the overpriced Street Fighter DLC that's $100 for a couple costumes. Don't buy the day one DLC.
Like even if it looks really good, if it's not worth it to you, then just don't buy it.
Please, for the love of God, whenever a game eventually implements this, because they will, don't pay to keep shooting more bullets. Please don't.
It's gonna be a COD game.
It probably will be a COD game.
I was just about mentioning COD, and for the love of God, stop pre-ordering COD. They're not gonna put effort into those fucking games.
And
until they make a good COD, please don't pre-order that game.
And and as unfortunate as it is, it's kind of the same thing with Pokemon. Despite the fact that it's the biggest like media franchise in the world, they rush the hell out of their games. So do not buy their games unless it looks worth it.
The new game every year is not enough time to make a good
exactly.
game.
After Scarlet and Violet, I have learned that I'm probably not going to buy Pokemon until their games actually look worth it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think all of us have made that mistake of like buying a game that we knew was probably going to be slightly unfinished because we liked the series, we were excited for it. We all have our reasons. It's something pretty much all of us are guilty of. But the thing is, just we need to all work together as a country, I guess.
We gotta work as
developers.
The nation of gamers.
Gamer Nation, rise up! Stop buying crappy games and DLCs.
And make these developers realize that they gotta put effort to get fucking money.
And tell these publishers, stop rushing your devs. Stop making them implement stupid systems into their games. Stop making them do a lot of dumb things.
Just make sure you know where your money's going to, and like, obviously, like, you're not gonna know exactly what it is because you need money to find out what it is.
Well,
but
I mean, online, YouTube,
online, yeah, but you, what was I about to say? Just make sure you invest your money in something that like is good. You know what I mean? It's like it's good and you'll have fun with, because like I'm spending however much like money is required for it. Like Elden Ring DLC day one. Like I know it's gonna be good, but it's because like the developers are fucking incredible. I'm not gonna buy the new COD though, or like the microtransactions that come
Quan
with it,
Chi
because I know I'm
from
not going
Mortal
to
Kombat 1.
exactly, because
But,
I
like,
don't feel like that's going to make my enjoyment factor more, and it's not going to fix the game. You know what I mean?
I mean, but like to clarify, like there's still people out there who enjoy COD, and like that's perfectly fine. Like there's like you can. I'm not like making fun of
COD
people
is
for
fun.
enjoying
Like I'm not
Call
gonna
of
lie,
Duty.
COD is fun.
Yeah, but like their practices and just how rushed their games are is just it's not for me personally. There's some people out there who go out there and play COD and have a good time. Like cool, like do that. That's what makes you happy. That's what you have fun doing that. Then do that. But me personally, I just don't. So I'm like,
Well, also, I
if
want
you
to say
want to
this for
pre-order the
COD.
next COD, then do it.
Some of the older CODs or the COD from last year may be
Yeah.
like pretty good. Like the multiplayer mode that you'll probably be playing the most. Ignore the campaign; they're usually They're still perfectly good to play, so you don't have to keep supporting the new COD game that releases every 2 minutes.
True. I think it's a fun place to leave off. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
think it is too.
I don't know, y'all. I think we talked a very good discussion today about like microtransactions and DLCs and whatnot in video games, because it's a very varied topic, and we didn't even go into like the nitty gritty of like a lot of stuff like Overwatch loot boxes or the
Yeah,
whole,
we could do
Battlefront.
like entire
There's so much.
episodes like dedicated
There's
on
so
each one of
much.
these.
Yeah, like I mentioned, fighting games could be their whole other thing because of their model.
Or freemium games like Clash of Clans or Fortnite to an extent.
We hardly even touched on mobile games. I only like mentioned
Oh
Diablo
no,
Immortals.
yeah. Well, that was a pretty significant one recently.
Yeah.
That was.
So, yeah, I think this is where we should wrap up. So,
Yeah.
we got
That being said,
guys. Like,
We got any,
I'm definitely going to try to be around more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're happy we could have you back
want
on,
you,
Jay.
We need you, Jay.
Yeah.
We need you, Jay.
Guy personally needs you. Guy personally, he needs you because he has a bit of a crush on you. Hate to break it to you.
I mean, I can't
But
blame
with
him.
that-
Have you seen me? Oh,
It's so true. But with that being said, guys, please leave a like if you agree with our points and want more content like this.
Maybe like it for
leave a comment.
$1.99.
Yeah, guys, hate
Leave
to
a
end
comment
it for you, but if you want another video, you're gonna have to pay $10.99. Sorry.
If you want to see our next special episode, you'll have to pay $15 for it.
Jesus. But
On our OnlyFans account.
Leave a comment down below for some of your favorite DLC or like microtransactions that you have, had bad experiences with. Subscribe even if you want to maybe reduce the price of our freemium. But
Right.
with that being
Rubbing our
said,
hands
guys, I
greedily.
think this is a good wrapping point. But with that being said, guys, we've been Fetchquest, and this has been our episode about microtransactions and DLCs. Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.